it's Jennifer from Flux. Welcome to week 1 of the 2021 Flux Spring Crochet Along. We are going to be making this gorgeous spun sugar cardigan. This is a really simple and easy little sweater that you can make for spring. We're using some fun pastel colors, some self-striping cakes that make it super simple with color changes and such. This is going to be like a light, drapey, lightweight, kind of lacy look. We're going to be using a simple V-stitch. We're going to make 2 long panels and seam them up. So as you can see, we have some armholes here. The front is open and then the back is seamed. And I'm going to show you how to do the whole thing every step of the way. So we're going to talk about supplies and getting started in just a minute, but I did want to tell you that we do have 2 groups for our makers for our crochet alongs. We have a Facebook group and a Ravelry group. So the links for that are below. You can go on there, you can ask questions, you can share different colors that you'll be using and show off your work and things like that. So it's a really fun place to hang out if you are doing the crochet along, either place. And the links again are down below. So let's jump right in. I'm going to talk a little bit about the sizing. This is very customizable, as many of my projects are, and we're going to talk about what you'll need this week. Now, like I said before, everything is very customizable, but across here, my finished piece is about 22 inches across, and from the bottom of the cardigan to the top of the shoulder is about 32 inches tall. However, we are going to be making 2 long, almost like shawls, 2 long strips, and we're going to be folding them in half, kind of hanging them at either shoulder so they hang down the front, hang down the back, and then seaming the sides and seaming the middle of the back up. So you can really change the width of these if you need more or less circumference. You can also change the length. So you could make this a little like cropped sweater. You can make it very long. You can make it as long as down to your feet if you like. I made mine about knee length, okay? So you can really customize the length by working more rows of each panel or the width as far as circumference goes, okay? For this project, you'll need a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle. A tape measure will be super helpful to measure as you go along. We're going to be using a 5mm H crochet hook. This is my Furls Odyssey. I'll put the link down below if you'd like to get one for yourself as well. And let's talk about the yarn. I'm going to be using a yarn called Mandala Sparkle by Lion Brand Yarn. And as you can see, it's in cakes, so it pulls from the center. It's super handy. I'm going to be using 4 cakes of this yarn. Each cake of this yarn is 328 yards. And this is machine wash and dry. This is a 3 light on the yarn weight scale. So we're going to have like a kind of like an open, lacy, airy kind of look to this. And it does recommend the 5mm H crochet hook that we will be using. So I will be using the recommended hook size for that. Now the color that I'm using is called Draco. It does come in dye lots, so if you do get 4 cakes of the same yarn, just make sure the dye lots match, just as a side note. So this is sort of like a pastel rainbow theme, but I'm really excited to see all the colors that you pick as well. Now if you need to substitute yarn, again, I'm going to be using 4 cakes, each 328 yards, and that's a 3 light on the yarn weight scale with the H 5mm crochet hook as the recommended hook. So if you need to substitute, just look for that 3 light and the H hook recommendation and you'll be just fine. We're also going to learn how to sort of customize everything. So if you do need to change your yarn and your hook and everything, I will be showing you how to kind of do that as well. Also, if you're on social media, be sure and use the hashtag FiberFluxCal to show off your work. It's so much fun to see what everybody's working on. So we've talked about how to get started, a little bit of sizing. I have more detailed sizing on the blog. You can hop over there. There's links to where to find the yarn if you can't find the exact yarn, the hooks, everything there. And I will see you back next week. Week 2, we're going to be learning this V-stitch panel. We're going to be making 2 panels next week. And then in week 3, we're going to be finishing everything up by seaming, doing the finish work, etc. So join me next week for week 2. We're going to learn how to do the panels of our cardigan next. Again, Be sure and hop over to the Ravelry group and the Facebook group, and you can connect with other crochet along makers as well. And the links for all that are below too. So I will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Fiber Flux video updates. Thanks again.